Welcome to the Code with Reza channel. My name is Reza and I'm here to teach you Python. Today I want to talk about radio buttons and checkbox buttons. Let's go to the code. We need to import from tkinter, import star, okay. Now we create the root and main loop. This is the basic that we need. Now inside here we create the checkbox. We say button one, tk dot check button. We pass the parent which is root and the text which is Honda. Let's have a look. Oh, we need to say button one dot pack so that it puts the button one inside the root using the pack layout manager. So let's run it. Okay, this is our checkbox button. So we can select it or not select it. So let's complete this code. Let me write a couple of lines and then I will explain what's happening. So I will define a variable which is of integer variable. In tkinter, when we want to create an integer or a string, we don't use the Python integer and a string variable. We use int variable class or a string variable class, which is inside ttk and inside tkinter, and it helps us. It works very well with the components. So in here we are just defining an integer variable. That's all. I want to set a set of value to that. So I will set false. We configure the button variable var1 on value true, off value false. Okay, so what is happening here is we are saying that button one, which is a checkbox, when it is selected, on value means when it is selected, the value should be true. The selected value should be true. When it is not selected, the value should be false. So when it is selected, its value is true. When it is not selected, of value, the value is false. Where do we store this value? Inside this variable. What is our variable? Variable 1, which is an integer here. So basically, we define this integer to store either true or false. What we set here is as the default is false. So what happens is this variable is false. It matches this false. So the button checkbox button will be created in the unselected uh, state. Let's have a look. Look at here. This Honda is not selected. We can also get the value printed, print its value by saying var1.get. So let's run it again. Look at here. The value is 0 or false. We can change it and say, okay, we want to have something with the value true. Because the variable is true and we are setting the variable to variable 1 and it is true, so it puts the state of the text box into the selected, and this one will be 1. Let's have a look. Look at here. Honda is now selected. Why? Because the variable is var1 and we set true inside that. And true is for on value, so this is on or selected. And print var1.get also shows that value, which is 1. Let's continue with another button. Button 2, ttk.check button, root, text this time BMW. Button 2.pack, which if we run it, we have another button here, which is BMW. Now we do the same thing. We create a variable 2. This time is a string var. And var2.set something instead of true or false, we will set to something like I am a BMW. And the button 2 configure. Now our variable is var2. On value is I am a BMW, which is the same as this one. This is for on or selected state. And off value is I am not a BMW. So we are passing the variable 2. This time variable 2 has I am a BMW, which is the same as here, I am a BMW. And this is for on. So when we create the checkbox, this button is on selected state. Let's have a look. Look at here. It is on selected state. We can unselect it and select it. We can also print the value. We can say print var2 dot get. Look, I am a BMW. This is the value of var2. So if I change it to I am not a BMW, if I put I am not a BMW here, let me copy and paste it. I am not a BMW. Then because this value is the same as off value, then it will be unselected. Let's have a look. Look, the BMW is not selected. And the value is I'm not a BMW. This is for checkbox. Now let's quickly talk about radio button, which is easy. So for creating radio button, we have another variable. Variable 3 is a string variable. Variable 3 dot set Honda. And this time we create radio button. The parent, we pass the parent. Text is Honda. Variable is our var3, which we just created. And the value is Honda. So we are saying that this radio button, the label, what we see is Honda, and when we select it, its value is also Honda when it is selected. Another one, root. This time the text is BMW, the same variable we pass to it, but this time the value is not Honda, is BMW. So the label is BMW and the value when it is selected is BMW. And the last one has the parent, which is root. Text is Benz. Variable is the same variable and value is Benz. And also we need to put them in using the pack layout manager inside the root so that we can see it. Now, we have three radio buttons here, and the variable inside these radio buttons is 3. What is the value of this variable? It is Honda. Which one is Honda? This one Honda. So it matches this one. So the first one is selected. Let's have a look. Look at here. There are three radio buttons, and the first one is selected because the value of the variable is Honda. Now let's do the Benz. If I change here, change the variable to Benz, for example, then the third one will be selected because the value of the variable now is the same as the value of the third one. Look at here, the Benz is now selected. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, as in the next video I'm going to show you how to create entry components in tkinter, and I will upload it very soon. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.